Copper has long been a backbone of America's economic strength, but today it is also a pillar of national security. From advanced defense systems to electrical grids and next-generation technologies, the demand for reliable copper supplies continues to grow. With the recent approval of the land exchange for the Resolution Copper Project in Arizona, the United States has an opportunity to strengthen domestic mining and build a more secure and resilient internal supply chain for one of the most critical materials in our country. It is truly a privilege to serve as a representative for some of the most consequential copper mines in the entire country, right in the heart of Arizona's 2nd Congressional District. This is a question for you, Ms. Hunter. Many Americans don't realize that the United States has vast mineral resources here at home, yet projects are often delayed for years or even decades due to the environmental litigation and activism. How do far-left environmental activists help mineral-rich adversaries like China, Russia, and Iran maintain mineral dominance and slow down our own mining projects that ultimately force the United States into greater reliance on foreign countries for critical minerals?
Thank you for the question, Congressman Crane. First, it is very important to recognize the committee's work to reform our permitting systems, which are absolutely necessary for unlocking the resources in your states and others across the country. The biggest recommendation I get from companies, investors, project proponents that work in this space when it comes to pragmatic permitting reform is to increase the clarity of process, objectivity of the process, ability to execute the process, and certainty of the process. So when people receive their permits, they can trust that they can move forward with the project. We also have higher standards in these countries that need to be adhered to and should be seen as a competitive advantage when developing the sector. Other jurisdictions maintain high standards and sometimes even higher standards, places like Australian states and Canadian provinces, and yet they can move much faster than the United States in ensuring permits are given and, again, respected. These are some of the recommendations we hear from the private sector that would be quite crucial for the committee to consider as they continue on their legislative process.
Thank you. My next question is for Dr. Bhaskaran. For anyone unaware, Arizona is called the Copper State. With that legacy in mind, how important is Arizona's mining sector to maintaining America's leadership in copper production?
Thanks so much for your question, Congressman. You know, Arizona's copper is going to be crucial. When you look at the future of the U.S. economy, it is so deeply linked to copper. When you think about the amount of energy we need to build out, the transmission lines, that's copper intensive. When you look at the fact that copper is the 2nd most used mineral by weight in defense technologies, you realize that the future of demand is really hinging on Arizona. We have had a structural shortage of copper, and we are going towards a global cliff. It is really difficult now to uncover a tier 1 deposit and get it online. So when you consider that, Arizona is crucial, but we also have to remember that we have a shortage of copper smelting capacity in the midstream. We are already a net copper exporter here in the United States. So if we are to get serious about building that mine to manufactured goods supply chain and mobilize as many of the benefits here at home, we're also going to have to think about innovative financing solutions for copper smelting, which isn't currently a profitable endeavor.
Thank you. Would you agree that Resolution Copper has the ability to produce about 25% of the nation's copper?
That's right. It'll meet 25% of our copper demand, which is going to be a game changer when we think about how much we're going to be building, especially for the sectors of the future, like data centers and AI. However, again, we don't want to send that 25% of copper out of the United States. We need to start building smelting capacity here now.
Thank you. The conversation around critical minerals ultimately comes back to a simple question: whether the United States will produce the resources it needs here at home or continue to depend on foreign supply chains. From an America First perspective, why is it so important that the United States prioritize domestic mining for critical minerals like copper? And I'll let Dr. Jewett, if you want to handle that. Jowett, sorry.
Jowett, yeah. So I think the development of domestic supply chains is vital for a number of reasons. Obviously, there's national economic security, but every supply chain you develop here for critical metals of any type, you're going to have added jobs, added employment, added tax revenue, added knowledge base on how to do everything along that supply chain. And I think, it's beholden on us to think about these things and think about them, as one of the other witnesses mentioned, now rather than before. We need to think in advance and develop these things for those national and economic security reasons. It's crucial for a number of reasons that I don't have time to go into here. But the bottom line is, if you can't grow it, you have to mine it, and it's far better mining it here, processing it here, refining it here, than feeding it into US manufacturing here, rather than relying on people outside. I mean, friendly countries, friendly sources is one thing, but the fact is that at the moment China is dominating the market, and that is not good for any sort of national or economic security or any sort of supply chain security either.
Thank you, Doctor. I yield back.